CM Punk and Seth Rollins come to blows on WWE Raw. CM Punk and Seth Rollins threw down on this week's episode of WWE Raw. Punk opened the show after helping the OG Bloodline defeat the new Bloodline inside of WarGames at Survivor Series over the weekend. Punk talked about that win, but then stood on the ropes and pointed to where the WrestleMania sign hangs during WrestleMania season. Punk said his vision for his future was clear and indicated that a WrestleMania main event was in his sights. Punk said that one option would be to win the Royal Rumble and another could be to go through Elimination Chamber. Punk also reiterated that he had a favor to cash in on and that there was more than one way to finish a story. At that moment, Seth Rollins walked to the ring and stood in it across from Punk as the audience chanted and cheered. Rollins said that he should have punched Punk in the face on the first night that he returned to WWE. He said that for 6 months he's thought about Punk and that he would finally knock Punk on his ass during the show. In response, Punk said that he never thinks about Seth Rollins. He said that over the summer, Rollins had the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and that he wanted it, so he gave Seth the attention he wanted. Punk said because Rollins has nothing, he doesn't factor into any of Punk's future plans. Eventually, the two men got close in the ring and Rollins pushed Punk to the mat. In response, Punk charged at Rollins and the two began to fight. The fight was broken up immediately by Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. Zayn and Rollins had a confrontation, and each blamed the other for Roman Reigns' Bloodline reign of terror. Zayn told Rollins that he had a lot of steam to blow off and suggested they have a match. Rollins agreed. This week's episode of WWE Raw was commercial-free for the first 30 minutes. The show also features a 10-year anniversary celebration for the New Day and the start of the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Following a blockbuster Survivor Series 2024, WWE's weekly episode of Monday Night Raw returned this week. CM Punk kicked off the latest episode of Raw with a promo before he was interrupted by Seth Rollins. The show also celebrated the 10th anniversary of the New Day. 5 official fights were on the match card. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Gunther defended his title against Dominik Mysterio. In the women's segment, Judgment Day squared off against Damage CTRL. The main event saw Rollins take on Sami Zayn. WWE Monday Night Raw made a triumphant return to the Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett, Washington on December 2nd, 2024. Following the Survivor Series Premium Live event, the present episode signifies a combination of fresh rivalries, emotional moments, and fierce in-ring combat. The 10-year anniversary celebration of the New Day, which recognized Kofi Kingston and Xavier for their services to WWE, was a major highlight of the evening. CM Punk also made an enormous display, and the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament started with intriguing pairings. Here is a breakdown of all the activity. CM Punk's promising future. CM Punk opened the show, reflecting on his journey through WWE, particularly after his recent WarGames match. He hinted at future plans, including the Royal Rumble, and teased exciting potential rivalries. This segment set the tone for the night, with Seth Rollins interrupting Punk to reignite their ongoing feud. Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. The intense rivalry between Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn reached new heights. Their backstage confrontation turned into an official match, with Rollins securing a win via a small package. Post-match, Rollins tried to convince Zayn that he wasn't involved in the attack on Jey Uso, leading to the surprising interference of Drew McIntyre, who laid out Zayn with a claymore. 10-year anniversary celebration of the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier were honored for their decade-long journey in WWE. The emotional segment saw Big E make a surprise return, only to have tension rise between him and his New Day brothers, ending with the two of them turning their backs on him. Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Dakota Kai emerged victorious in the first round of the tournament, defeating Katana Chance and Shayna Baszler. This match featured high-energy action, with Kai scoring the win after a dramatic sequence of moves. CM Punk and Seth Rollins had a heated confrontation on WWE Raw, and it led to Sami Zayn challenging Rollins to a match. CM Punk kicked off the December 2nd episode of WWE Raw. This marked his first appearance on the show since October, as he took some time away following his win over Drew McIntyre at WWE Bad Blood. Punk returned on the November 22nd episode of WWE SmackDown and aligned with the OG Bloodline. He teamed up with the OG Bloodline in the men's WarGames match at WWE Survivor Series, where they emerged victorious. On his way to the ring, Punk met up with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn backstage and shared a moment with them after their win at WWE Survivor Series. Punk then hyped up the crowd and looked back on the aftermath of his Hell in a Cell match. He said that he knew where he was going now, as he handled his personal business for Paul Heyman, born May 28th, and he pointed out to the stands as he referenced where the American professional wrestler. Punk said there were multiple ways to get to WrestleMania, where he performs on the Raw including brand, the Royal Rumble named and the Elimination Chamber. Punk said that he had a favor or two. He wrestled under the ring named Tyler Black Seth Rollins interrupted. ROH. Rollins looked at and was part of the said that he had been thinking a lot with Jimmy Jacobs. He said that he should have knocked during his time in ROH. He held the ROH World Championship once. Rollins said that a lot had happened Team Championship and plenty of things got in Jacobs. And he noted that he was close to taking a shot, but he had pity on him the last time. For various independent promotions, including Full Impact Pro. Rollins said that seeing Punk stand next to Roman Reigns, as well as Pro Wrestling Gorilla mistakes, where he was he said he had a feeling this would be the night that he knocked CM Punk on his ass. Lopez signed with WWE saying that he was long past running races and was sent to its then developmental territory, Florida Championship. He said that Rollins didn't have a title anymore, where he was renamed Seth Rollins and became the inaugural to stay out of his business Grand Slam champion, as he had things that he wanted to do. WWE Rollins rebranded its developmental brand from FCW, and he didn't listen to NXT. This was his business. He became the inaugural NXT champion, and they started to brawl November 2012. Sami Zayn, he debuted on the main roster as a member of the Rollins tried to restart the brawl, but officials pulled them apart. Once they were separated, main roster Rollins told Jey Uso WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. Sami Zayn argues with Seth Rollins. He went on to hold the title a record 6 times with Ambrose and various partners. Rollins said that Uso was family. He joined the authority, what his excuse establishing his on-screen Rollins said the two of them were closer than Sami was with the Bloodline. He has headlined numerous major PPV. Zayn responded by saying that he didn't want to team with Punk, including WrestleMania. He didn't have a choice. Zayn said that he asked Rollins to team world champion and Rollins refused. Having won the WWE Championship by saying that he refused to help Universal Championship twice, and Zayn said Rollins created that monster, being the Rollins accepted his responsibility. He has also held the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship. He said that Reigns had not changed, making him WWE. Rollins told Zayn he was being naive and 19th Grand Slam. Zayn challenged him to a match, as well as the second wrestler Rollins accomplished the latter twice. Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins format. Raw he is also the only wrestler to have won WWE Championship, Sami Zayn, Universal Championship, all World Heavyweight Championship, and NXT Championship.